Welcome back, treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into the electrifying world of rare Roosevelt dimes, the tiny coins that could turn ordinary people into overnight millionaires. From unbelievable mint errors to shockingly scarce varieties, these 7 rare dimes are the hidden jackpots hiding in pockets, drawers, and old coin jars across America. Let's get started among the landscape of American coinage. The tiny 1970 USA 1 dime holds a legend far bigger than its size. This is a coin that was meant to disappear quietly into pockets, get lost between couch cushions, and jingle inside dusty old jars. Yet, a handful of special 1970 Roosevelt dimes rose from ordinary circulation to become treasures that collectors dream about. These rare varieties have transformed everyday pocket change into a potential goldmine, and they continue to spark excitement among those who search their change with hope and determination. The reason the 1970 dime is so intriguing is not because of its age, but because of the unexpected mysteries that surround certain coins from that year. Some were struck under unusual circumstances. Some carry errors never meant for public hands, and some were created in limited quantities that vanished into circulation without warning. Every now and then, one of these coins resurfaces, shaking the numismatic world and reminding collectors that hidden treasures still exist. One of the most talked about varieties is the rare, proof-only 1970 dime that somehow escaped the mint packaged in proof sets. These were never meant to enter circulation at all. The idea that a specially struck coin designed to have flawless surfaces and mirror-like sheen slipped out into everyday use is unbelievable. When one of these coins appears, collectors immediately recognize its value. Because proof mistakes of this kind are some of the most desirable errors in the hobby, there are also 1970 dimes known for striking errors that dramatically increase their worth. A misaligned die, a double strike, or a minting mishap can turn a simple 10-cent piece into a show-stopping rarity. Errors are like nature's fingerprints. Every one is unique, and that uniqueness makes collectors compete fiercely when one appears. Prices can skyrocket instantly because once such a coin is owned by a collector, it might not be seen again for decades. Another fascinating piece of the 1970 dime story involves transitional errors. Coins struck using a leftover metal planchette from a previous year. When the mint switches metals, mistakes happen, and a coin can be struck on a planchette that wasn't intended for that year. These transitional pieces are incredibly scarce, and it's the scarcity that turns collectors wild with excitement. Owning a transitional error is like possessing a mint secret that accidentally slipped through the cracks of history. Collectors also keep an eye out for the rare 1970 dimes with dramatic die doubling. Doubling can make the lettering or date appear shadowed or stretched, giving the coin a ghostly look. This type of doubling is not wear or damage. It is a true minting anomaly that makes the coin extremely valuable. When a double die dime is authenticated, especially from a year like 1970, it becomes a centerpiece of any collection, even the metal composition of some 1970 dimes has raised eyebrows. A handful are rumored to exist on silver planchettes. Even though the U.S. Mint officially stopped producing silver dimes years earlier, these pieces may have been created during testing, experimentation, or pure oversight, but their existence adds a layer of mystery that only increases their potential value. A silver-struck dime from 1970 is the kind of rarity collectors dream of discovering. The 1970 decade was a busy time for the U.S. Mint, with millions of coins being produced at high speed. When production runs fast, mistakes can slip into circulation unnoticed. Coins that were once considered insignificant can suddenly rise in value when experts uncover a rare error or variety. This is why the 1970 dime is examined closely under magnification by collectors and treasure hunters alike. The tiniest detail can make the biggest difference. Some 1970 dimes carry mint mark oddities, such as misplaced mint marks or marks that appear doubled or distorted. Because mint marks were hand-punched in earlier eras, mistakes were far more likely, creating accidental masterpieces that today command impressive prices. These tiny letters, once overlooked by ordinary users, now represent opportunities to strike fortune. The fascinating thing about rare 1970 dimes is that they blend invisibility with value. They look ordinary enough to pass through your hands without a second thought. You might receive one and pay for groceries with one, or drop one on the floor without noticing. But the truth is that some of these coins could be worth thousands, even tens or hundreds of thousands, depending on the variety or error. Collectors often describe the thrill of finding rare coins as similar to discovering buried treasure. The moment you notice an unusual shine, a doubled letter, or a strange strike, your heart races with excitement. A 1970 dime is small, simple, and easy to overlook. Yet it carries the potential to transform an ordinary person into someone who just uncovered a hidden jackpot. Experts constantly emphasize that rare coins are not about age alone, but about rarity, uniqueness, and condition. A 1970 dime in pristine, untouched condition can already carry extra value because collectors love coins that appear like they just left the mint. But when pristine quality combines with rarity, the coin becomes a true prize capable of drawing competitive bids. One of the most dramatic rises in value comes from coins that were accidentally released with proof characteristics. These coins were never meant for circulation because they were struck using special dies that create highly reflective surfaces. When a 1970 proof dime escapes into the wild, it becomes one of the most dazzling mistakes in modern minting history. The most gripping part of the rare coin world is that values are always changing. A coin that was once unknown can suddenly become the center of global attention when a new discovery is made. The market reacts instantly, and prices soar as collectors scramble to secure the rarest pieces. The 1970 dime sits exactly in this category. Some collectors spend years searching for rare varieties, traveling to shows, auctions, and online marketplaces just to find one special coin. When a 1970 dime with a dramatic error finally appears, the bidding war can become intense. There is always a sense that the coin might never appear again, pushing collectors to stretch their budgets just to win it. The beauty of rare dimes is not just in their monetary value, but in the stories they carry. Every mint error, every odd strike, every unexpected detail reveals a moment in time when something unusual happened inside the U.S. Mint. These moments become part of history, and the coins themselves become miniature time capsules that connect the present with the past. Some owners of rare dimes talk about how they found them by pure accident. A forgotten coin jar, an old drawer, or a childhood collection can hold surprises no one expects. There are people today who unknowingly possess coins that could change their financial future, all because they inherited or collected coins years ago without realizing their significance. Another incredibly rare category involves off-center strikes, where the coin is minted with part of the design missing. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes. A 1970 dime struck wildly off-center can be worth far more than most people imagine, especially when the date remains visible. The mystique of rare coins also builds from the fact that many remain undiscovered. They are out there. The idea that fortune could be hiding in plain sight keeps collectors motivated and inspires new hobbyists to join the treasure hunt. Coin dealers often remind people that even tiny imperfections created at the mint can turn an ordinary coin into a rare one. With the 1970 dime, the range of potential errors is incredibly wide, making every small detail worth examining carefully. A single flaw created decades ago can be the difference between 10 cents and $10,000. The Roosevelt dime has been a quiet companion in Rarity pockets since 1946. But the 1970 edition stands out because of the unexpected rarity locked within its production. No one expected these coins to become valuable, which makes the discovery of rare varieties all the more electrifying. For collectors, rarity is everything, and the 1970 dime embodies that concept perfectly. A coin does not need gold, silver, or sparkling gemstones to reach incredible value. All it needs is scarcity. When a coin becomes difficult or nearly impossible to find, the demand grows. Some of these rare 1970 dimes have been known to sell for impressive sums at auctions, depending on their authenticity, condition, and the intensity of collector interest. While not every coin reaches astronomical numbers, the mere possibility drives enthusiasts to keep searching and keeps the market alive with energy. It's important to remember that owning rare coins is not just about money, it is about history, craftsmanship, and the excitement of exploration. Every coin carries a story, and rare coins carry extraordinary ones. The 1970 dime is a perfect example of how a small piece of metal can hold immense fascinations. So, if you have any old USA coins lying around, especially dimes from 1970, do not rush to spend them. Look closely, handle them gently, and consider having them evaluated. You never know when a simple 10-cent piece might turn into a life-changing discovery. Hidden fortune still exists in everyday pockets, and one rare coin could be the key to unlocking it. Now turn the second Roosevelt, 1 dime. USA coin. Among the most captivating discoveries in American coin collecting is the extraordinary story of the rare 1983 USA Roosevelt 1 dime. A tiny coin that people often overlook, yet it carries a mystery and excitement that has drawn collectors closer for decades. Even though millions of 1983 dimes were minted for everyday use, only a fraction of them possess the hidden characteristics that push their value far beyond their face value. It's almost unbelievable to think that a coin small enough to slip under a car seat or hide between couch cushions could one day be worth more than a luxury car, a house, or even someone's dream savings. The year 1983 itself holds a special place in numismatic circles because it was a time of high mint activity, heavy circulation, and coin shortages from previous years. As a result, unusual strikes, production variations, and oddities from rushed minting practices began appearing in circulation. That's what makes the 1983 dime so fascinating. Its most valuable versions were never intentionally produced as collector's items. They were simple business strike coins, accidentally born with features that made them rare treasures. One of the most dramatic examples often discussed is the 1983 dime struck on the wrong planchette, a rare phenomenon where the coin is accidentally minted on a metal blank meant for another denomination. When such an error occurs, the metal composition, weight, thickness, or shape may differ slightly, producing a coin that instantly stands out to experts. A tiny misfeed or mechanical hiccup during minting can create a coin that collectors chase for years. Knowing only a handful of these anomalies exist, another captivating rarity arises from the elusive 1983 No-mintmark high-grade dime. A coin that looks ordinary at first glance but becomes shockingly valuable when found in pristine, untouched condition. Because dimes circulated heavily in the early 1980s, nearly all surviving examples today show scratches, friction, and signs of use. But a crisp, flawless coin with sharp details can skyrocket in value at auctions. The difference between a worn dime worth 10 cents and a shining specimen worth thousands lies in the smallest visual details. Collectors often speak of the full torch strike, a feature on the Roosevelt dime that indicates razor-sharp details in the vertical bands of the torch on the reverse side. On modern coins, this is common, but on older high-circulation years like 1983, a full torch is incredibly scarce. A 1983 dime with glowing luster and powerful strike lines can create a bidding war among serious collectors, each desperate to secure the finest. Example known to exist. There is also the legendary tale of the 1983 off-center dime, a breathtaking mint error that instantly grabs attention. When the blank feeds incorrectly into the press, the design shifts, leaving part of the coin smooth and blank while the rest displays a distorted, dramatic image. The greater the off-center percentages, especially when the date remains visible, the more valuable the coin becomes. Some of these look like artwork rather than currency, making them irresistible to collectors who appreciate unusual beauty. The world of rare 1983 dimes grows even more exciting when discussing the fascinating double die errors, where the design appears to have been struck twice in slightly different positions. This creates ghost-like outlines, shadow letters, and doubled images that instantly elevate the coin's rarity. For passionate collectors, discovering such a dime in pocket change feels like striking gold. Because these errors are seldom seen and cherished like tiny mint-born miracles, even more thrilling is the fact that many of the most valuable 1983 dimes were found by ordinary people, teachers, students, shopkeepers, and everyday citizens who randomly noticed something unusual about the coin in their hand. This incredible possibility is what makes the hunt so addictive. At any moment, someone could pick up a dime that looks faintly different and unknowingly hold a treasure worth thousands or more. The unpredictability adds an irresistible layer of magic in the modern world. Stories circulate of people cashing in ordinary-looking dimes for staggering amounts of money, all because the coin possessed a tiny error no one noticed for decades. These tales, whether whispered among collectors or highlighted in news features, fuel the growing excitement. They remind everyone that small coins can carry enormous possibilities, and hidden wealth might be lying silently in a drawer, purse, or jar full of loose change. Imagine the thrill of discovering a dime that weighs slightly more or less than usual, or one that sounds different when dropped on a hard surface. These subtle traits sometimes reveal composition errors, one of the rarest and most valuable kinds of mistakes a mint can produce. A mismatched metal planchette or unexpected alloy mixture can transform a dime into a numismatic mystery worthy of intense study. The most captivating aspect of 1983 dimes is that they highlight the raw, human side of minting. Machines may dominate modern production, but even the most precise system can make mistakes. A misalignment here, a damaged die there, or a metal blank slipping in at the wrong moment. All these tiny incidents create a coin that collectors cherish with almost emotional admiration. Among collectors, there's an ongoing fascination with locating the highest graded 1983 dime known to exist. When a coin grading service examines a dime and awards it an exceptionally high grade, it immediately enters the spotlight. Collectors with deep pockets may spend aggressively to add the finest specimen to their collection, causing dramatic price climbs at auctions. The breathtaking part about the 1983 dime is that most people have no idea how special it can be. It hides in plain sight, disguised as a regular piece of pocket change. This element of surprise makes the search irresistible for treasure hunters. Every coin jar in America could be hiding one of these extraordinary pieces without its owner ever knowing. Some of the most exhilarating finds come from old stored coin rolls, forgotten piggy banks, and inherited collections. Families often discover that what they thought were ordinary coins actually contain unexpected gems. In this way, coins become time capsules, carrying not only monetary value but also emotional value tied to the memories of earlier generations. A rare 1983 dime in immaculate condition can shine with breathtaking brilliance. Its surfaces may display dazzling reflections, deep frost, or perfect strike detail that make it appear more like a museum artifact than a circulation coin. The contrast between a flawless specimen and the average worn dime is so dramatic that even beginners can instantly feel its sleekness. For those entering the world of numismatics, the 1983 dime serves as a gateway coin that introduces collectors to the hidden wonders of mint errors, high-grade rarities, and unique characteristics that define collectible value. It sparks curiosity, encourages learning, and pushes enthusiasts to explore deeper into the fascinating world of rare currency. The excitement around rare dimes also shows how unpredictable the coin market can be. Values rise and fall depending on availability, discoveries, collector interest, and auction competitions. A coin that goes unnoticed today may become a star tomorrow if collectors suddenly realize how few exist or how exceptional its features truly are. One of the most extraordinary aspects of the rare 1983 dime is its ability to inspire hope. Even people with limited resources can dream of finding a special coin worth life-changing money. Unlike luxury collectibles, rare coins do not require massive investment to begin with. They can be found accidentally during everyday life. The mystique surrounding rare dimes grows stronger each year as more people enter the hobby. Social media, videos, and collectors' discussions amplify stories of unbelievable finds. This fuels public curiosity and encourages people to check their coins. Every rare 1983 dime carries its own uniqueness. Whether it's a striking error, a subtle misalignment, a remarkable strike, or a preserved state untouched by time, each piece feels like a miniature treasure chest, harboring secrets that only an observant eye can uncover. This individuality adds charm and allure. Separating collectible coins from ordinary currency, collectors often describe the feeling of discovering a rare dime as electric, an adrenaline rush unlike anything else. The realization that a coin you've overlooked for years could be worth a fortune is more than exciting. It's transformative. It invites collectors into a world where every pocket, drawer, or payment could hide a priceless object. The 1983 dime also teaches the value of patience and careful observation. Successful collectors learn to examine details that most people never notice. Tiny imperfections, unusual patterns, or unexpected metal characteristics can be the key to unlocking the coin's true worth. The journey becomes as meaningful as the reward. Ultimately, the rare 1983 USA 1 dime stands as a symbol of hidden wealth and unexpected opportunity. It reminds us that fortune doesn't always arrive in grand shapes or large forms. Sometimes it comes in a coin no bigger than a button, quietly waiting for someone curious enough to notice its brilliance. So if you ever come across a 1983 dime, don't underestimate it. Hold it, examine it, study it, and appreciate the possibility that it could be more than just 10 cents. In the mysterious world of rare American coins, even the smallest piece of metal can carry the power to change someone's life forever, proving once again that extraordinary treasure often hides in the most ordinary places.